Studio Ghibli released Kiki's delivery service way back in 1989. It's now 2025, almost 40 years later, and somehow, Kiki's feels more important today than it ever has. We live in a time where we're constantly comparing ourselves to others. You open your phone and you see people your age who seem to have it all figured out. The perfect job, the perfect life. And it's hard not to feel like you're falling behind. With endless possibilities and unlimited information at our fingertips, we can be whatever we want. And it gets overwhelming. There are so many directions to take that you start wondering, am I even on the right one? And before you know it, you're tired, discouraged, and ready to give up. But Kiki's delivery service reminds us that it's okay to be uncertain. It's okay to burn out. It's okay to doubt yourself. Because that's how we grow. That's how we find our magic again. At the start of the film, Kiki leaves home to find a town where she can start her journey as a witch. She's so excited, full of hope and possibility. That moment when she's flying through the night sky with the music playing, you can feel her joy. And it's the same rush we've all felt when we start something new. Whether it's a new job, a new chapter, a new dream, we're so excited and full of energy. But that excitement doesn't last forever. Immediately, Kiki's spirits get tested a bit. She meets another witch her age who already has everything figured out. She's confident, experienced, and she already knows what type of witch she's going to be. And you can see the doubt on Kiki's face. Suddenly she feels small, like she's already behind. This moment is so relatable because we've all been there. Social media only makes it worse. Everyone's life looks perfect while we're still trying to figure out ours. That quiet insecurity, that moment of comparison is what makes Kiki's story so human. And that's why Kiki's delivery service is so special. It's not just a story about a young witch. It's about what it means to start something new, lose faith, and slowly find your way back again. When Kiki leaves home, she's overflowing with confidence. Everything feels fresh, exciting, full of potential. And that's a feeling we've all had. Moving out for the first time, starting college, chasing a dream, or even picking up a new hobby. But eventually, reality sets in. The town isn't as welcoming as she hoped. It's hard to find a place to stay. Her business doesn't take off right away. Almost every delivery comes with a problem. People can be rude and don't care. Even her closest friend Gigi, her ride or die, starts to drift away. Kiki learns pretty quickly that growing up isn't easy, and that spark she had, that pure excitement, starts to fade. Her story mirrors something all of us go through, over and over again. It'd be easy to call this movie a coming-of-age story, but it's more than that. This happens at so many points in life. When we leave home, when we start over, when we chase something new. At first, it's thrilling, you feel unstoppable. But then reality hits. Things get harder, doubt creeps in, and suddenly, the thing you love starts to feel heavy. This story is about the cycle of growth itself. The excitement of beginning, the doubt, the burnout, and finally, finding your way back to yourself. Eventually, Kiki loses her ability to fly, the one thing that defined her as a witch. Her loss of magic represents something we've all felt. Burnout. Flying used to be her freedom, her joy, but once it became her job, her identity, it started to feel like a burden. That's something we all face today, especially in a world that tells us to turn every passion into a career or side hustle. We hyper-focus on where we think we need to be, and in doing so, start losing our magic. Just like Kiki. Her burnout doesn't just remind us that the spark we start with can fade. It reminds us that it inevitably will fade. So what do we do when it does? Kiki tries everything she can to get her magic back, but nothing works. She slowly starts to accept the fact that she might never fly again. And that's when Ursula steps in. Ursula, a painter Kiki met in the woods, comes to visit and invites her to stay for a while. She tells Kiki that painting and magic are actually very similar. Ever since she was a kid, she knew she wanted to paint. But even then, there are times where she just can't. And when that happens, she stops. She takes walks, looks at nature. Sometimes she does absolutely nothing. And eventually, she's able to paint again. Ursula reminds Kiki that her gift isn't something she can force. It's something that flows naturally when she's in tune with herself. She tells her it's okay to slow down, to rest, and just be. And that's such a powerful message, and one that feels more important than ever. Because we live in a time where slowing down feels almost impossible. We're always told to be doing more, achieving more, creating more. But what Kiki learns is that progress isn't always about doing more and pushing harder. Sometimes it's about doing less, pausing long enough to reconnect with yourself. Now more than ever, we live in a world that seems to never slow down. One that celebrates success, productivity, and attention. We measure ourselves by followers, likes, and achievements, but Kiki's delivery service reminds us that slowing down isn't the end of progress. It's where real growth begins. It's okay to rest. It's okay not to have everything figured out. What matters is learning to live, to connect, and to rediscover your magic at your own pace. 40 years later, and this movie's message still needs to be heard, maybe more than ever. We are all Kiki at different points in our lives, starting something new, losing confidence, finding it again. I just recently watched this movie as a 30-year-old trying to make YouTube videos, and I can relate to Kiki so much. And I'm sure when I rewatch it later, whether I'm married, starting a new career, when I have kids, I'll still relate to it then. That's the beauty of Kiki's delivery service. It's timeless. Because no matter how much the world changes, we'll always need reminders like this. To slow down, to breathe, and to remember that it's enough just to be ourselves. And that's it for this video. If you haven't seen Kiki's delivery service yet, please go give it a watch and comment down below what you thought about the movie. And if you like this video, please leave a like, comment, subscribe. I mean, you guys know what to do. It'll help me out a lot, so I appreciate it. Anyways, my name is Sway, I like anime, and peace.